Have you ever sat in silence and asked yourself, why has my body changed so much after 60? Maybe you've noticed your strength isn't what it used to be. Erections are no longer as firm. Energy feels scattered, and moments of intimacy seem harder than ever. Most men assume this is simply the price of aging. But here's the truth. I want you to know the real culprit isn't just age. It's the silent deficiency of 3 essential vitamins your body has been desperately crying out for. These seemingly small nutrients are in fact the switch that keeps your blood flowing, the engine that fuels your energy, and the shield that protects testosterone, the very essence of masculine power. In today's video, I'll reveal exactly what these 3 vitamins are, why they matter so much that they can restore health, vitality, and confidence you thought were gone forever. Even more important, I'll expose a dangerous mistake that most men make when supplementing vitamins, a mistake that renders all their efforts useless. Once you know how to avoid it, your body can begin to transform in just a matter of weeks. But before we dive in, I want to hear from you. Leave a comment and let me know where you're watching from, because every story, every experience can inspire countless other men on the same journey. And don't forget to hit like, click, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell, because I've got plenty more powerful health secrets waiting for you. Now, let's pull back the curtain on a truth that could completely change the way you see life after 60, not as an ending, but as a bold new beginning. When men cross the age of 60, many feel as though their bodies are betraying them. They believe the loss of strength, the slowing of muscles, and the struggles with intimacy are the unavoidable price of aging. But the truth is, age itself is only a surface label. It's not the direct cause of your rapid decline. The real issue lies in the silent changes happening inside your body. Most importantly, the deficiency of vital nutrients you may not even notice. In other words, what robs you of your strength is not that you are getting old, but that your body no longer has the raw materials it needs to function as it once did. Think of your body like a car that once ran smoothly. After decades of use, it doesn't simply age into failure. It weakens because it's low on oil, fuel, or neglected parts that need maintenance. Your body is no different. In youth, you could eat freely, soak up the sun, stay active, and never worry about missing nutrients. But after 60, your ability to absorb and process nutrition begins to slow. That means even if you eat the same way you always have, your body still doesn't get enough vitamins and minerals to keep your vitality alive. 3 key vitamins are at the heart of this: D, B12, and E. These aren't just nice-to-have nutrients, they're the switches that control the 3 pillars of male health: blood flow, energy, and sexual hormones. Without vitamin D, your blood vessels lose their flexibility, blood flow struggles to reach vital areas, erections become weaker, and endurance declines. Without vitamin B12, your body lacks the fuel to create energy, leaving you tired even after a full night's sleep, drained even when meals are regular. And without vitamin E, your hormonal system begins to falter, testosterone drops, your spirit sinks, desire cools, and the sense of manhood fades. The danger is that most men never realize these deficiencies. They assume fatigue or erectile issues are simply old age. That belief blinds them, keeping them from restoring their health. If you blame only aging, you sit still and endure instead of acting. Yet in reality, with just a few adjustments in diet and smart supplementation, you can reclaim much of your strength and confidence. So remember this: the true cause isn't age. 60 does not mean your time is over. It simply means your body needs the right fuel to keep going. And when you replenish it wisely, you'll be amazed to discover that inside you still lies a reservoir of untapped energy waiting to be awakened. 3. Key vitamins. Unlocking strength for men. After 60, there are health secrets so small they seem insignificant, yet they hold the power to define the entire quality of life for men after 60. It's not about expensive pills, complicated treatments, or months of grueling therapy. It's about simple, accessible nutrients that are too often forgotten. These are the 3 key vitamins, the silent gatekeepers that keep blood flowing, energy burning bright, and masculine hormones steady. Many men don't realize that declining vitality, chronic fatigue, or the feeling of not being themselves doesn't always come from aging. It often comes from deficiencies in these very vitamins. When replenished correctly, these nutrients don't just restore the body, they awaken confidence, intimacy, and the pride of manhood that has long been asleep. Vitamin D, the sunlight that revives strength. Vitamin D is often called the bone health vitamin, but for men over 60, it is much more the sunlight that reignites circulation and vitality. Ever wondered why youth bursts with energy after just a morning outdoors? It's because the body once produced vitamin D in abundance under sunlight. But with age, that ability fades, circulation weakens, and confidence quietly slips away. Vitamin D acts as the key that unlocks blood vessels, allowing oxygen-rich blood to flow freely to the heart, brain, muscles, and yes, to the very core of masculinity. Without it, the body becomes sluggish, tired, and heavy. Replenishing vitamin D through early morning sunlight, salmon, tuna, fortified milk, or a quality D3 supplement can bring the body back into rhythm. Many men who thought they had lost their spark rediscovered vigor within weeks of making this simple adjustment. Vitamin B12, the spark that powers the body. If vitamin D opens the pathways for blood, vitamin B12 is the spark that starts the engine. Without it, the body is like a car full of fuel but without ignition. You eat well, you sleep enough, yet you drag yourself through the day. This is the sign of a B12 deficiency. This vitamin converts food into energy and creates red blood cells that carry oxygen to every cell. Without it, fatigue sets in, memory fades, breath shortens, and intimacy suffers. The challenge is that as men age, absorption of B12 from food declines even if you're eating meat, eggs, and dairy regularly. This is why supplementing B12 through quality tablets, sublingual lozenges, or injections is a proven way to restore alertness, stamina, and joy in living. Countless men who once felt dull and drained have returned to being energetic grandfathers, lively husbands, and men who once again carry the warmth of intimacy in their blood. Vitamin E, the shield of strength and vitality. If D and B12 create the road and the spark, vitamin E is the silent protector. It shields the body from the ravages of time, from free radicals and hidden inflammation that corrode health. Vitamin E keeps blood vessels supple, supports steady testosterone production, and protects reproductive cells from decline. A man lacking vitamin E may eat well and exercise faithfully, yet still feel he has lost his fire. Why? Because that fire is being extinguished from within by oxidative stress and silent inflammation. Restoring vitamin E through almonds, sunflower seeds, olive oil, and leafy greens wraps the body in an invisible armor. Circulation improves, testosterone stays strong, mood lifts. Many men who once sighed, "I don't feel like myself anymore," have smiled again as their bodies regained strength through this overlooked nutrient. The synergy a triangle of vitality. The beauty lies not just in each vitamin's role, but in their synergy. Vitamin D opens the path for blood. Vitamin B12 fuels that flow with oxygen and energy. Vitamin E guards the system and stabilizes testosterone. Like three instruments in harmony, they create a symphony of renewal. Men over 60 don't need to chase elusive miracles. With consistent nourishment of these three, the body begins to remember how it once worked. Mornings filled with clarity, days alive with energy, nights still glowing with warmth. These three vitamins are not just nutrients, they are the bridge back to yourself. They lead you back to confidence in your eyes, warmth in your embrace, and strength in your every heartbeat. Too many men believe aging means surrender, but the truth is this: your body is only waiting for the right keys. And vitamin D, B12, and E are those keys, simple, natural, yet powerful enough to awaken a life force you thought was gone forever. The triangle of vitality, the synergistic power, no man over 60 should ignore. There are things in life that, standing alone, create only a small effect, but when combined correctly, they transform into a force powerful enough to change destiny. For men over 60, three vitamins D, B12, and E are the clearest example. Each plays an essential role on its own. One opens the pathways of blood, one ignites the spark of energy, and one shields hormones and blood vessels. But the true miracle appears only when these three silent warriors join forces to form what I call the triangle of vitality, a solid structure that restores strength, confidence, and the enduring spirit of manhood. Picture this: vitamin D is the gatekeeper, opening the channels of circulation so oxygen and nutrients flow freely. It triggers nitric oxide production, the golden molecule that dilates blood vessels and sends life-giving power into every corner of the body, especially to the very core of masculine performance. Yet blood flow alone means little if the body lacks fuel. That's when vitamin B12 steps in like an engine, converting food into living energy, producing red blood cells to carry oxygen everywhere. It fuels clarity, stamina, and endurance, the foundation of lasting vitality. But even with good circulation and abundant energy, the system remains vulnerable without a shield. Age brings hidden inflammation, oxidative stress, and a steady erosion of testosterone. Here, vitamin E shines as the loyal guardian, protecting vessels, fighting free radicals, and sustaining testosterone. It not only fortifies circulation, but also rekindles masculine fire, ensuring that men don't just survive past 60, but truly live with vigor and confidence. The most extraordinary effect happens when these forces intertwine into a closed loop. Vitamin D opens the way. Vitamin B12 uses that path to deliver energy and oxygen. Vitamin E protects the very system that carries them, while preserving the hormone that fuels manhood. Together, they form a balanced triangle: circulation, energy, hormones. And when that triangle stands firm, the body feels reborn, sleep deepens, mornings brighten, the mind clears, and desire quietly stirs again. It is a return of youth's memory, strength, alertness, and longing, thought long lost. I have heard countless stories from men who embraced this combination. One, once too tired to walk a lap in the park, now happily runs after his grandchildren. Another, anxious each night about whether he still had the strength to be intimate, regained both his confidence and the joy of marriage. Many admit the greatest change wasn't only in their muscles or stamina, but in the revival of belief in themselves. The power of the triangle of vitality doesn't lie in instant miracles, but in natural synergy. It is not a drug, nor a quick doping fix. It is the body returning to its original rhythm, step by step restoring balance that age tried to erode. And once balance is restored, masculine strength doesn't just come back, it becomes more durable, more profound, because it has been forged through patience, awareness, and self-respect. If life after 60 is a mountain climb, then vitamin D, B12, and E are the 3 footholds that let you keep ascending rather than sitting down halfway. 1 foothold for circulation, 1 for energy, and 1 for hormones and spirit. Together, they form a sturdy triangle, the triangle of vitality that allows you to step forward with steadiness, breathe with strength, and live with confidence. And this is the reminder every man needs. Age may take many things, but it does not have the right to steal your power or your fullness of life, as long as you know how to nourish your body wisely. Understand and honor this synergistic strength, and you will see. Masculine vitality does not end at 60. It has only been waiting to be awakened by the triangle of vitality. Common mistake. When effort is silently stolen. There's a painful irony I've seen in hundreds, even thousands of men over 60. They pour in effort. They try everything to reclaim their health. Yet, the results remain close to zero. Day after day, they swallow handfuls of supplements, stack bottles in their cabinets, trust flashy ads on television or quick online orders. And after months go by, they still return with the same questions burning inside. Why am I still tired? Why hasn't my confidence come back? Why does my strength as a man remain silent, locked inside this body? The answer lies in one very common but rarely recognized mistake. They are taking vitamins the wrong way, not for lack of will, but because of poor quality, wrong forms, and inconsistent use. First, many believe all vitamins are the same. As long as the label says vitamin D or vitamin B12, it must be fine. But the truth is very different. Take vitamin D. It comes in 2 forms, D2 and D3. D2 is cheaper, often found in low-cost bottles, but it delivers far less benefit compared to D3, the form the body actually absorbs and uses. You could take D2 endlessly, yet never experience the results a small dose of high-quality D3 provides. The same with B12. Cyanocobalamin, the cheap, common form, is difficult for older bodies to process, meaning most of it passes through unused. In contrast, methylcobalamin is the active form, the real fuel your cells crave. A man can take B12 faithfully for years, but if it's the wrong form, his body receives almost nothing beyond the illusion of taking care of himself. Even vitamin E, the so-called shield of vitality, is often cut, diluted, or twisted in synthetic products. Many pills only offer one narrow type of tocopherol, while your body needs the full natural spectrum to truly protect testosterone and blood vessels. The result? Men still feel weak, winded, and uncertain, despite taking vitamin E every day. The second mistake isn't quality, it's consistency. Think of the body as a machine that must be oiled daily. If today you take it, tomorrow you forget. If you supplement one week, then quit the next. If you only take vitamins when you feel tired, it's like pouring a few drops of water into a dry jug, then leaving it to parch for weeks. Your body doesn't need bursts of enthusiasm, it needs rhythm, daily nourishment, steady persistence. Only then can blood truly revive, and testosterone have the chance to reawaken. I will never forget Gerald, a 4-year-old man who walked into my clinic with a plastic bag full of vitamins bought from different stores. He spread them across the desk and asked, "Why do I feel nothing, doctor, after taking all these?" That question echoes the voices of countless men. What they lack isn't vitamins, it's the right vitamins, taken the right way. When I guided Gerald to switch D3 instead of D2, methylcobalamin instead of cyanocobalamin, natural vitamin E instead of synthetic, and instructed him to take them daily, as a ritual never to be skipped, within a month he returned, smiling wide. He told me, "Doctor, for the first time in years, I slept well, woke strong, and felt like a man again." That story carries a lesson. Health isn't built by willpower alone, it requires knowledge and right action. Taking the wrong forms, swallowing inconsistently, or clinging to cheap convenience is like trying to build a house from broken bricks and hollow cement. You may spend time, money, and effort, but the result is only a fragile wall, ready to collapse. So, if you're taking vitamins, ask yourself, am I sure I'm using the right forms my body can actually absorb? Am I consistent, daily, treating them as a foundation rather than a quick fix? Am I investing in quality or chasing cheap and easy solutions? Because the most common mistake men over 60 make is not skipping vitamins, it's taking them in a way that makes no real difference. And that is why so many remain trapped in fatigue, quietly enduring the loss of strength and manhood, even while swallowing their daily pills. Remember, not all vitamins are created equal. Real results only appear when you choose wisely, take them correctly, and stay consistent. Don't let your efforts be like running on sand full of struggle, but leaving no trace. Let every ounce of effort and every dollar you spend return to you as they should, in a body alive with strength, a mind clear with purpose, and a manhood that refuses to bow to age. There's an unspoken truth. After 60, a man's body no longer runs on the old habits it once tolerated. Skipping sleep, eating carelessly, moving only when convenient things you could get away with at 30 or 40 now weigh directly on your health, your energy, and your manhood. But here's the good news. You don't need to reinvent your entire life to feel strong again. By building one simple, steady daily routine centered around 3 key vitamins D, B12, and E, you can restart the inner engine, restoring clarity, stamina, and confidence. Imagine a different kind of morning. Instead of waking sluggish, you step out of bed, drink a glass of water, and take a high-quality B12 supplement with a protein-rich breakfast, an egg, some yogurt, or slices of salmon. In that moment, you send your body a clear signal. Today, I fuel myself the right way. B12 turns food into energy smoothly, preventing that drained feeling even after a full night's sleep. Men who once complained of constant fatigue often discover within weeks of consistent B12 that their minds are sharper, muscles lighter, and most importantly, they have the energy to live fully again. After breakfast, resist the urge to slump into a chair or flip on the television. Instead, give yourself 15-20 minutes to walk outdoors. A short stroll in morning sunlight not only calms the mind, but also lets your body naturally produce vitamin D, the switch that opens blood flow throughout the body, sustaining healthy circulation, the bedrock of male vitality. On cloudy days or in low sun seasons, a high-quality D3 supplement does the job. Small step, huge payoff, lighter joints, stronger bones, better circulation, and even improved erectile strength as blood flows freely once again. At lunch, fold vitamin E into your plate with ease. A handful of almonds, a sprinkle of sunflower seeds, or a drizzle of olive oil over a green salad will do. Vitamin E is the shield against silent aging, fighting inflammation, keeping blood vessels supple, and supporting testosterone production. With enough E, you don't just feel stronger, you feel steadier in mood, calmer, less irritable, more positive. The key here is not how much you take at once, but how consistent you are. A man's body past 60 no longer thrives on irregularity. Taking B12 once a week or almonds when you remember won't move the needle. But when you weave these steps into a daily rhythm, water, B12, a short walk, a handful of nuts, your body rebuilds its natural cycle. Stability, not intensity, is the secret to restoring strength. This routine doesn't demand luxury gyms, strict diets, or heavy spending. It's so simple that anyone can begin today, and the rewards extend beyond physical health. When you feel energetic, clear-headed, and capable in moments of intimacy, your connection with your partner deepens, warmer, closer, more fulfilling. Remember, it's never too late to rebuild your foundation. What you do today shapes how you live the years ahead. Just 3 daily steps: B12 for energy, D for circulation, E for hormones and vessel protection, will slowly hand you back the reins of your body. Picture waking up one morning, light, energized, and smiling, not avoiding intimacy, but embracing it with confidence. That is the reward of your persistence. And in the end, the secret isn't in sudden, dramatic fixes, it's in small, steady choices. When this habit becomes second nature, you'll realize 60 is not the end, but the start of a new chapter, one where you can live healthier, stronger, and prouder than ever.